Hello, Tampa Bay and Japanese Pokemon card enthusiasts. Welcome back. Today I went to a Pokemon card show at Innisbrook Golf Course, which already feels like a weird sentence. A golf resort, a country club with Pokemon cards. And somehow that's exactly where this project is right now. I went in looking for grading candidates, Japanese cards mostly, some collection pieces, maybe a deal or two. But the real question was not, can I find cards to buy? The real question was, can I stay disciplined when the cards start talking to the little kid inside me? Because today they absolutely did. If you've been enjoying my videos so far, please consider dropping a like or a subscribe and share them with your friends, especially those who might want to learn more about Japanese Pokemon cards. That being said, today was awesome. I got to go to another card show and uh, I did a lot of walking around, a lot of window shopping. There was it's a beautiful setting. It was at the Edinburgh Hall at the Innisbrook Golf Course. So very nice venue. Very what you would expect to be at a golf resort. So it was really cool to see the hobby take over a place like that. Um, I had a great time. I saw so many cool cards, and I saw so many more Japanese cards today. There was a couple more vendors that actually had sealed Japanese product, so that was encouraging to see. A couple were even selling loose booster packs, so that warmed my heart a little bit. But that wasn't what I was there for today. We'll get into what I ended up coming home with today, which is considerable. But I want to talk about a card that just stole my attention and put everything about this project to the test right away. Um, I saw the Shining CoroCoro Mew, and man, raw, it's a beautiful card, and the PSA spread on it, the grading spread is the stuff of dreams. Or the ungraded card sells for around $1,000 to $2,000, and the graded version, if it's a PSA 10, is worth around 12,000 right now. Um, so it it tested me, and I'm not gonna run from that fact. I There was no price listed on the card, but everybody knows what it is, and would everybody who's serious would know that that's probably going to be a heck of a conversation to even strike up. So I declined to make an offer today, tying up $1,000 or $2,000 in a raw card for an experiment when I'm not entirely sure how good my eye is yet because I haven't graded any cards. Is Sounds like skipping steps, and this project can't be built on skipping steps. So I had to let that one go. Honestly, that was probably the one of the most important decisions of the day. Not the cards that I end up buying, but the cards that I didn't. Um, so instead, I came home with cards that made more sense for where I am right now. These aren't forever pieces. They're definitely not guaranteed tens. Not really trophy cards. But they're candidates for learning lessons. They might turn into content. They might be pick pieces that end up in my collection and stick around for a while, or hey, they might be a mistake. But you know, I'm trying to learn this game in real time, in public, and hey, sometimes we get it wrong, and that's part of the journey too. And I'm more than willing to be open about that. So. Um, I'm just trying to document what I find as I go along. And I wanted to talk about these cards before I inspect them. So while I'm still excited about them, while I haven't gone through and pointed out all the flaws, is I did a video recently where I got ended up quite dejected in my eBay purchases. I kind of come back around on that now. I still think that some of them are really good candidates for gradings, and some of them still may be 10 cards. But we're not talking about those cards today. We're talking about the new ones that I picked up, and I basically doubled my pool that I've under consideration for sending in. So I want to talk about these guys before I go searching for flaws. And I noticed that a theme is starting to take place here. I spent the first few weeks of this channel really searching for sealed Japanese product. Like I thought that I would want to become maybe a buy and hold guy, or a buy and flip guy, or sealed boxes are worth a ton of money, and they're basically as good as gold, or at least liquid cash. But the more that I've spent time immersing myself in it, it's not really where my heart's at. It's not because sealed's bad. It's definitely not. It's making people rich all the time. But when I walk around a show, the things that pull me in aren't really boxes. It's individual cards. It's the artwork. It's the condition of them. It's the history. It's it's the secret handshake room of a Pokemon card show. I had a really awesome conversation with a guy today. He said, "I never know whether or not to put these things out. You just never know if someone's gonna even be interested in them." And I was like, "Well, you're a man after my heart, because we'll talk about which one I got from this gentleman very shortly." Um, but they have the old backs, and they have the weird promos, but they're cards that feel like they have a reason to exist in my collection. And to me, that's useful information. That's a signal that I want to be following, because part of building the channel is not just figuring out what I can buy, it's figuring out who I am as a collector and as a card operator. And I think that's becoming more clear now. I'm not going to be a rip and ship guy. I'm not a sealed investor. I definitely am not trying to become a local card dealer. There are plenty of those around, and they're mostly awesome. I've had nothing but great experiences so far. I'm just a collector trying to become more disciplined, more observant, and a little bit more honest about why I buy what I buy. Not just with you guys, but with myself as well. I gotta know why I spent my hard-earned money on these things. Um, so before I inspect these, I want to just caption this version of the day where I'm still excited about them. And so now I think it's a good time to take a look at what I got today. And I'm gonna start out with the oddball of the bunch, because I harp on nothing but Japanese, Japanese, Japanese. And well, how did I end up with this guy? What is a English card doing in my Japanese collection? Hey, buddy, did you forget how to read? Uh, what's going on here is this was basically a thank you purchase on top of satisfying the little inner kid inside who knows that this guy's little more expensive brother is on the way, but it's coming from Hong Kong and it won't be here for a couple weeks. So I spent $12 on a Reshiram to kind of appease and thank the inner child inside of me who lights up when I talk about these cards, and to say, hey buddy, you know this isn't what we're waiting for, but this will do for today. It's something just to scratch that collector brain, to make my heart feel warm. Just a little kid purchase, and the person that I bought it from had a very nice booth. They were really gracious with their time. They took they opened their case and they let me inspect a couple cards. They weren't quite in the condition that I'm looking for to submit for grading. This one wasn't either, but they were very gracious, and they were very nice. And when I pointed out the reason that I um was kind of on the fence about this card, it's got a little whitening on the corner, they immediately met me in reality with the price drop on this card. They had it listed at 18, and they said 12, we'll take 12 for that. And $12 for an awesome social interaction. I mean, I'll leave more of a tip than that at a restaurant. So thank you very much to the folks that I got this card from. It's going to stay around and be in my personal collection. And just thank you. I enjoy this one a great deal. I love the alternate kind of chicken version of Reshiram here, and that's a theme. So using that momentum, we'll carry right in. I ended up with a very recognizable guy. this is my second Rockets Moltres. I've been probably more excited about this card than any other on the channel, even including my the heart of my collection, the Blaine's Arcanine. But this guy is in awesome shape. I got it for an awesome price, and I'm really excited to get it under the loop and the magnifying, the jeweler's loop, the little magnifying glass with my LED light, and take a closer look at him. And hopefully, it looks as good as the other one. And we'll see how that one turns out. Uh, the next one is another duplicate purchase, although this one you guys haven't heard about yet. I haven't updated a video on my recent YouTube purchases. It's kind of been a busy week, and I only bought 2 or 3 cards anyway, I think. So I will get around to catching up on my current collection. I also plan to make a video with a spreadsheet, showing how I'm going to keep track of what I spent, what I got, what I think of it, why I got it. Just sort of an extension of what I'm doing with the channel, but for personal reasons, and it's being more responsible about it, I suppose. But I now actually have 2 of this guy, which is, I love this card. My brother actually loves this card too. We were talking about it earlier. It's just a haunting card. Giovanni's Persian, for those who are not familiar. But just a beautiful card. It's a cat walking through the woods. Like it's it's kind of a house cat, but he's behaving like a lion, and it's just a neat card. And Giovanni and the Team Rockets connection, you guys have probably figured out that I'm a real big sucker for that by now. So, welcome Giovanni's Persian. As I said, we've got 2 now. We'll catch up on the rest later. I saw this guy, and I was really just took me back. I love this one. This is Togetic. This is another one of the same era cards. As you might have picked up on the theme of the cards that have my heart here. It's the vintage Japanese with the old backs. This one's still got the price on it, and that is roughly, I believe, what I paid, $18.99. So very excited about this card. Very clean copy. The gentleman who I got this one from, and the Giovanni's Persian, actually, Trenchcoat Merchant Cole. He was very awesome. Thank you again, Cole. I hope our paths cross again someday. You had some really cool cards, and I appreciated looking through your binder. So thanks, buddy. These next 2 cards, I didn't catch the gentleman's name. We kind of had one of those quick back and forths. He was busy with helping 3 or 4 other people too. So but also very gracious with his time. He had some really cool cards. A Raikou that caught my eye, the Neo Japanese one. So that's what drew me in. And then he also had the Espeon from that set, which I really like. But those weren't the cards that I ended up with. These 2 were. So we got a Dark Scizor and Sabrina's Alakazam, and the Sabrina's Alakazam, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even take this guy out of the case. His asking price was $30, which I thought was very fair. Even if I don't grade this card, I'm happy to pay that price because it's right at market value. I like people who are transparent about their costs. I like people who deal fairly. So I was fine with buying this card. I knew the second that I saw it, I was gonna get it. So that kind of opened the door for actually inspecting this one. And this one, like I said, I haven't done the deep dive yet under the microscope, but this one is in impeccable shape. I did take it out of the plastic while I was at the show and inspected it, and I really love how people are willing to let you do that. And thank you all for being trusting with your merchandise and allowing that, because I know holding these cards and watching someone who may or may not actually buy the thing handle it, it can cause the hairs on the back of your neck to stand up. So thank you to everyone for being so gracious with your cards and your time, and really looking forward to inspecting this one later on. The Last two I want to talk about here. I found a Meganium. And I found the only Japanese non-vintage card. I got a Latios. I just love the artwork on this guy. Same deal, fair asking price. I didn't inspect this one. I don't care if I grade it or not. It was $15. This one might, it could stick around for a while. I just love this artwork. It's gorgeous. Similar Meganium. I've had this card before. I love this one. I love how simple it is. I I like Meganium the Pokemon. I think it's a very underappreciated one, which is a shame because it's just as cool as Venusaur, if not more so. Especially now with that awesome, freaking annoying Fairy Mega evolution they gave it. But these are the cards that I picked up today. I bought all of them with the intent to inspect them for grading. We'll find out if they survive my scrutinization attempts or not. I also want to talk about being a beginner in the grading world and about what's going on with PSA and why I may be going with a different direction than I had originally intended. But I will talk about that soon. But for now, I wanted to make sure that I showed the cards that I picked up today and let y'all see about how excited I was to get to go to another show. And thank you, Tampa Bay. Thank you to all of the Pokemon card enthusiasts. Thank you to the folks who put on these events. Thank you, just everyone, for having such love for the scene and for it being so active. For me to be able to go to 3 huge card shows in the span of a month is amazing. And there's a large number of stores and smaller vendors as well. So just seeing the health of the scene, it's been so cool. Thanks to everyone that I've met. Thanks to everyone I've crossed paths with, and thanks to everyone who complimented my shirt today. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, Tampa Bay.